this is Jeff Nager with AMD World Championship of Custom Bike Building. I'm standing next to Troy, and Troy, this is an outstanding themed bike. You got to tell me what the name of the bike is and what's your inspiration for building this bike.
The name of the bike is the Predasaurus, and I got kind of inspired by just wanting to build a bike that was not your normal bike that you'd see. It had a little theme to it, you know, and so I wanted to build something that looked like an alien or a creature, and we came up with the Predasaurus. It's kind of a cross between a predator and a dinosaur, and that's what we have going here.
It's an outstanding looking build, and I understand you built it in your own garage.
That's correct. We mocked it up in the garage. Took us a few years to do it. Played around with a lot of different parts and components, and got it mocked up, and then took it over and had a little bit of body work done on it. Over here with Bryce's Hot Rods helped me out with that. We did a little bit of molding work on the body, the tank, fenders, the struts, the rear struts, and then took her all apart and sent it off to powder coat and paint.
So is this your first bike?
It is. It is. Kind of got to be a little bit of a hobby here. Started off with a Bourget, and we started showing it and realized that I could probably build one of these myself, so off we went. 5-year project.
Let's talk about the front end. It's a nice long front end. Tell us about the wheel and the tire and the brake selections.
Yeah, the wheels that we put on it here are from Colorado Kustoms. Back in the day when we were putting this together in 2005, spinners kind of came in, so we thought we'd throw these spinners in. They had the curves that we wanted on it, so went ahead and threw the spinners in it and went with the brakes. You know, back then we wanted to get a little smaller brake rotor on there, but we just couldn't do it at that time. We didn't have the small ones out. So, and then we did a little work on the fender here to flare it out to make it look a little more alien looking, and then put a little cover over the front headlight and stuff just to kind of hide things and give it another look like it was looking at you. And did a little work with the signals too to make them look like eyes. Did a little bit with the exhaust. We did put dual exhaust on it, a dual air intake on it, so we could get these air cleaners on each side of the bike, and just turned out really good. We're really pleased with it.
I'm sure that you get a lot of attention on this bike wherever you go.
Yes, indeed. I mean, from all ages. Kids come out and see it, and you know, the cameras come out and pictures are taken, and even the older folks they just, you know, it's something different out there, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get a bike that actually didn't look like a bike and looked more like a alien Predasaurus thing. So
I think you hit it.
We did. I think we really did. You know, it's not too gaudy. It's it kind of fits together. You know, a lot of these theme bikes just don't hit it off right. So we really went all out on this one, though.
You know what really makes this bike, obviously the design makes the bike, but what makes it a home run is the paint. The paint accentuates what you have instead of hides it.
Thank you. Well, what we did here, when we started this thing, once we got it all mocked up, we wanted to get something instead of just a monster painted on the tank or a monster painted on the fender. We went all out here, and you can see the tendons in the bikes, the way it was all tied together. The front fender kind of matches your tank up here, flared out. And we went at the back too, where we brought the back in with the same curved design that we did, and it did an outstanding job. The seat too. This bike is a rigid frame, and one thing about it, rigids, they're great riding bikes, but they ride awful hard. So we went ahead and designed an air ride seat on this bike too, give it a little more comfort. Put the hydraulic clutch in it too, so you don't have to stop down here at Sturgis and have a super strong left hand to hold that clutch, so that really helped too.
Well, let's talk about the engine. What kind of engine you're running, transmission and belt drive?
That's an S&S 125. We got the Prowler transmission in it, and we have the belt drive is well, we put about 3 different kinds on it and finally came up with one. It's I had to look back. I've changed the thing 3 times, so.
So let's take a look at the seat. I understand that, as you mentioned, it is you've got an inflation seat.
We do.
So talk about that and let's see how it works.
Well, this inflated seat, what we did is you have a gauge on it. You can set it to whatever weight what's going to be comfortable. Heavier guy, you might want to put about 65 pounds. What the seat will do is it'll air up to the pressure you set it at. Once you fire the bike up, run it, and it'll maintain that pressure throughout the ride. And then what happens then, you go to shut the bike off, your air seat will lower down. I'll give you a little example here. See, it'll pop up.
It's like a Pop-Tart.
It is, just like it pops up, ready to go. The thing is, you sit on that Pop-Tart, you're gonna squish it. With this air ride seat, you have 45 pounds in that, hold about a normal guy, 185, 200 pound. And then that seat will maintain itself through your ride. So you might be hearing a little click, click, click. It's just pressurizing back up, maintaining that 45 degrees. You get ready, you get off your bike, you want to shut it off. Air release valve that we put in it, lower the seat back down, and you're back in business again. So
that's a wild seat. Tell me about the cover on that. What leather is it?
Well, we're looking at alligator. About 2 different styles of alligator that we put on it, and Bitch and Stitchins did that seat out of Colorado there. He did a really good job. You know, it's a lot of people look at that and it's kind of a scratching seat, so if you have hemorrhoids, you know, you're gonna love it. So it's a really unique seat though. He brought the themes in. We actually went through the alligator and picked bits and pieces out of the belly of the alligator, out of the side of the alligator, to actually tie it together. So if you really look at this bike, you'll see that the design on the seat itself, on the leather of the alligator, actually matches in and blends together with the paint that we put on it and all the airbrushing that we did in the detail.
Well, who would you like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank a couple guys here. Josh Barassa with True Customs. He took care of all the paint and all the anodizing that we did on the bike. I'd also like to thank Josh. He helped design the seat a little bit here, and we kind of went back and forth trying to find a place to put the pump, and we had to chop and cut and get that pump so we could mount it and get it in the bike. I'd also like to thank Bryce's Hot Rods. They did a great job on the steel fabrication of the bike, and it really turned out good for a first build.
So we are now judging the competition, and some guys have already won awards, and you're one of them. What did you win?
Well, I won an award of excellence, and what it was is it's the sponsors here in the world, the AMDs. They picked a few bikes out here that they really liked and something that caught their eye, and Predasaurus was one of them. And I really want to thank the folks over there. It's just an honor to win an award like that.
All right, Troy, well, thank you so much, and good luck at the show.
Thank you, appreciate it.